One, and we're live. I do the countdown now because sometimes the stream doesn't start right away and it cuts off the first half of my sentence. Hey, welcome to a live stream episode of Guns and Guitars. And today we have another giveaway. Now, this is not your typical try to get more subscribers giveaway, like, hey, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, do all the things to try to win a prize out of like a random amount of like hundreds of thousands of people. Nope. This is just for you guys, my viewers, just a way that I can give back to you. It's just something that I like to do. So today we are going to be giving away some guitar strings, and yeah, you can open that if you want. We're going to give away some guitar strings. Sorry, my wife is going to open the window, get a little more light in here. We're giving away some guitar strings. This does not, that's a little too much. Can you split the difference? Sorry, I'm getting washed out now. A little more. How's that look? Good? Okay, good. We're good. All right, sorry, I should have done that before we started. I was too busy making my coffee. Here's to you guys. So this live stream giveaway does not have any paid product placement, okay? So I'm not making any money from this to promote Guitar Authority. Guitar Authority is just it's a family-owned and operated business here in the U.S. They make guitar strings here in the U.S., really high-quality guitar strings. And Isaac, the owner, reached out to me and said, hey, I love the way that you do live giveaways for your viewers. I would love to donate some strings for you to give away. And so I am now a huge fan of Guitar Authority. Not only are their strings great, really high quality, really great tone, but I just support the brands that support you guys, okay? And the fact that he was willing to reach out and do this totally on his own, completely unprecedented. I didn't reach out to him and talk to him. This was all his idea. So hopefully you'll see Guitar Authority down in the chat. So I think my wife just said hello. So my wife is also in the chat. So
he said hello.
Oh, he said hello. Okay, so Guitar Authority, Isaac, you are here. Awesome. Cool. Oh, I just made a grave mistake. I am streaming from my phone, and all of my notes for this giveaway are on my phone. I forgot to transfer them to my iPad. That was really dumb. Okay, well, before we get started real quick, I just want to give you an explanation of why you've seen that I've kind of been absent on YouTube lately. And the reason is I've been working on remodeling my motorhome. And originally I thought it was going to take 2 or 3 months, and we are 6 months in, and it has just taken way longer than I thought. And so I was working on it a little bit here and there in between making Guns and Guitars content and Rockin' and Rollin' content for our other channel that's about our travels in our motorhome. And it just wasn't getting done fast enough. So I took the entire month of June off, and we actually made some good progress doing that. I'm probably also going to take July off as well, just to try to just finish this up and be done with it. So, but I appreciate you guys. You guys are the reason why I can be self-employed and why I can do that and take care of my family and remodel a motorhome and take a month off to work full-time on a motorhome instead. So I appreciate you guys. Let's go ahead and get into the giveaway just as quick as we can, because I don't want this to be an epically long live stream. So we're going to talk about the rules. Rule number 1, no super chats. Well, let me take that back. You can do a super chat if you want to say something like, hey, Dan, we appreciate these live giveaways. We want to support you so you can do more of these. That's great. You can send a super chat. But you guys are going to be answering questions. And if you try to answer a question with a super chat so that your question gets seen at the very top, you will be instantly disqualified. Okay, the whole point of these giveaways is that I can give away these things to people who maybe can't afford them, and so we're not going to make it a gambling thing where you can just buy your answer, right? So super chats will disqualify you from a prize, although they are welcome if you just want to support the channel. I super appreciate that. Rule number 2, my wife is the final say on these questions, okay? I want to be a complete neutral third party in this, okay? I want to be completely objective, so I don't want you guys to think that I'm just picking, my favorite people. So my wife is going to be the final say. She's going to answer all the questions, and I do want to let you guys know that she does not appreciate cussing. She does not appreciate dirty language or dirty jokes. So if you want your question to be picked, you probably should keep it clean. Also, actually, Guitar Authority will be picking one winner as well. So again, keeping this completely objective for me, I'm going to have other people choosing the winners. Then, rule number 4. I see, this is why I need my notes. Rule number 4, you can upgrade your prize. Okay, we are going to be giving away 6 prizes total. And so if you win the first prize, which is not going to be as good as the last prize, you can keep playing and each prize is going to get better and better. You can upgrade your prize. So if you win the first prize, instead of checking out and being like, oh, I'm all done, I can't win the grand prize, then no, you can stick around and keep answering the questions. And if you get picked again, you will upgrade your prize and then we'll give your lower prize to the next best answer to that question. So you can keep playing the entire time. Lastly, as a consolation prize, I have something for everyone at the end. Oh, we did get a super chat from Dr. Ricardo. Love your content. Not gonna lie, I didn't know you had a second channel until now. I'm gonna go subscribe. Okay, cool. Thanks, Dr. Ricardo. It's called Rockin' and Rollin'. So you'll see a picture of me and my family there, as well as.
Worldwide?
Sorry, what?
Is the contest worldwide?
The contest is worldwide. So yes, the first 2 winners will receive a discount code, or not, like a gift code for a certain dollar amount. So you can use that. You'll have to pay international shipping on this stuff. Same thing. So, and then prizes 3 through 6 will be for packs of strings. And if you live in the continental US and military bases and stuff like that, then those are going to be shipped to you for free. If you're an international person outside the US, you'll have to cover the shipping costs, I believe. So, well, that's a good question for Isaac. Guitar Authority, if you want to put in the chat if international winners will be paying shipping, let me know if I'm right or not. So, all right. Let's go ahead and get started. I think that I covered everything. So, first, I need to talk about Guitar Authority. I already talked about Guitar Authority. This is why I need my notes. So, before Guitar Authority, what was my favorite brand of electric guitar strings and what gauge did I play on? This is the first question for a $10 off coupon code. What was my favorite brand of guitar strings and what gauge did I like? Okay, so this is going to be one where speed counts. I'll have some later where speed doesn't count. The most creative answer counts. But we're talking about the first person who gets it right. My wife knows the answer and she is looking. Nobody's gotten it yet.
Do they have to say the whole thing?
Yes, they need to say the whole thing. It needs to be my favorite brand and the gauge that I play on. And I'll give a hint if it's a while before anyone gets it. I saw a few guesses that were really, really close. Yeah. So, oh, I see somebody got it.
It's All Good Guitars.
It's All Good Guitars? No, somebody got it before that. WJ.
Where?
WJ. Diodario.
Tens, though. Is that?
No, so he said Diodario Heavy Light. I see. Oh. Came in right before. So there it is. Yeah. Diodario Light Top Heavy Bottoms were my favorite electric guitar strings before I started playing on these Guitar Authority strings. So I have on here, these are the Reliance Classic, and these are just like a standard 1048 set. So, and this is one thing that, Isaac, if you're paying attention, I would love for you to develop a balanced set of light top, heavy bottoms similar to Diodarios. You can come up with your own gauge sizes, but the 1052s that Diodario has, I really like them. But I like your strings are so much higher quality. They stay in tune so much better. And, all right, let's turn this on. Hey, do you guys remember my one-man band guitar? I love this thing. You guys are going to be hearing sound demos on this. Because like I said, I'm remodeling my motorhome, so all my guitars are packed up. And the only two that I have out are my little Van Gogh Junior Acoustic and my one-man band guitar, just because these are my two favorite to just pick up and jam on. That's me not warmed up at all. But you can just hear the sustain on those, and you can just really bend the heck out of them, and they just stay in tune, perfect tune. So I love these. These are great. I also have a set of the Power Core, which is 1150s. So I'm going to try these out. They'll be a little bit better for like the drop D sort of chugging and stuff. Can't wait to try those out. But I've been rocking the Guitar Authority strings for about a month or so now, maybe 2 months now. And I still have the first set on both of these guitars. So this is my little Van Gogh Junior. So if it sounds a little shrimpy, that's because it is a little shrimpy. But I put on the 80/20 bronze on these, which I really felt like brought out a lot more boom and low end, even for being a junior size guitar, a 3/4 scale guitar. It really made this thing sound so much more full. Of course, I just... It's out of tune now. Sorry, guys. This is the worst demo ever. I'm sorry, Guitar Authority. I don't know. This was in tune a second ago. It's a really humid day today. So anyway, sorry. You guys don't want to listen to a bunch of terrible guitar playing, so we'll just get on to the second question. The second question, if I remember correctly, was... No. There's another question. Gosh, I'm so mad at myself for not making a copy of my notes before doing this. What was my second question? We'll move on to no. What was it? I know I can remember it. I'm so mad at myself right now. Okay, we'll just move on to the next question that I can remember. So for another $10 gift code, what is my favorite brand of bass strings? And what tuning do I like to play in? So both? Yes, you got to get both. What brand of bass strings do I like, and what tuning do I like to play in? So if you've been following my channel, you should be able to figure that out pretty easily. And this is another thing, Isaac, if you're taking notes, we need you to represent some low end in your string selection. So try to get some bass strings made so that we can do a bass string giveaway. I see some answers that are not correct. You saw it. Okay, so there's a half of an answer in there. So I will give you a hint. It is not standard tuning. How about that?
Ooh, it's all good guitars.
It's all good guitars. Fender and bead tuning. Good job. It's all good guitars. Okay. You're in Australia, so you're going to have to pay shipping, but you get a $10 off coupon. That's fun. All right. So we will go ahead and move on to question number 3. Now, this is for 2 sets of any strings of your choice. Now, the strings at Guitar Authority, they do run typically between like 12 to like around $12, and they go up from there. So again, you're paying for, handmade in America. Well, probably not handmade, but made in America, and a family-owned small business. And if there's one thing we learned in 2020 and 2021, it's that we need to be supporting our American small businesses. So just remember, when they're made overseas, cheap labor, poor quality control, cheap strings. Okay, made in America, expensive labor, good quality control, expensive strings. So 2 sets, whatever you want. And obviously like a 12-string set is going to be more expensive. So this has a value of around $30 to $40. So pretty good price. So for this question.
So there was favorite, or the contest one.
Oh, that's the one I missed. Okay, so how about for this one? This will be a creative answer, not fastest answer. Creative answer. What kind of giveaway do you guys want to see next on my channel? And it's got to be a practical giveaway. So something I can actually do, not like, $1 million giveaway or giving away $100 bills to everyone. So flood the answers. This is one my wife is going to pick. And just so you guys know, don't repeat your same answer over and over and over again. My wife will put you in timeout if that happens. And that's the last thing you want during a competition like this, is to be put in timeout. So, best practical giveaway that you guys want to see next on my channel. I have a couple other brands lined up that want to do giveaways. And so this will either push one to the front of the list, or it maybe I can reach out to some brands or something if you guys come up with a really good idea. So while we're waiting for my wife to pick an answer, we're going to talk about... So I told you that the 80/20 bronze are on my Van Gogh 3/4 acoustic. I also have a pack of phosphor bronze. These are like, typically you put it on a guitar that you want to brighten the tone a little bit. So my 3/4 scale, it was already kind of thin and bright sounding because it's just a smaller guitar. So I wanted to put on something that would kind of enhance the lows and low mids a little bit more, which is why I went with the 80/20s. Phosphor bronze, I'm saving for a full-size guitar that I mentioned that I live in a motorhome, so my full-size guitar is in storage, but I can't wait to try these out. All right, so it sounds like my wife picked a winner.
Well,
what do we got?
I don't know if it's something you can do, but it's a really cool idea.
It's a really cool idea. All right, let's hear it.
We customize a guitar and you build it and give it away.
We customize a guitar and I build it and give it away. So, okay, who said that?
Max Alvarado.
Max Alvarado. Okay, so a community builds giveaway is what you're saying.
Yeah.
So, all right, so we'll do, yeah, I think that would be fun. We could do some polls on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and Patreon, whatever. And I can build up we'll just start with whatever kit you guys choose and put on whatever parts and finish and stuff, and then we'll give it away. Cool. I think that's a really good idea. All right, so you are the winner. Great job. Sweet idea, says Stuart. I agree.
Someone else said rad community build.
Cool. I like the community build idea. That was great. I don't think I'd ever thought of that.
Yeah, that's
so
awesome.
Very, very cool. All right. I feel like I'm like in the bottom half of this camera. Maybe I sat too far away. Maybe that was a problem. Anyway. All right. Moving on to, so you won 2 sets of guitar strings. So next winner is going to get 3 sets of guitar strings. Okay. We're on question 4. Question number 4 is using only emojis. So this is going to be good for you guys that are watching on a mobile device. Those of you who are on a computer, you're probably going to have to sit this question out. All right, you guys tell me the story of your worst rehearsal or gig that you've ever played using only emojis.
There's emojis on computer.
There's emojis on computer? Oh, good. So if you know how to use I don't know how to use emojis on a computer, so I'd be out this one. But if you know, then you could do that. So,
what was that they have to do?
They are telling me their worst experience at a gig or rehearsal. So while my wife is thumbing through your guys' stories with emojis, telling me about your worst gig or rehearsal you've ever been a part of, I'm going to tell you the story of mine. So I was playing back in 2009 or 2010. I don't remember. I played in a band that opened for a Christian artist named David Crowder Band. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. Oh, another time to mention, Isaac actually likes to volunteer at his church. He's a fellow brother in Christ believer. And so another reason why we should support Guitar Authority. He just told me about how he was helping out with a camp or a VBS or something at his church last week. So super cool thing. Anyway, so I was opening for this Christian artist called David Crowder Band. And it was my first time meeting them, and I was a little bit kind of starstruck, and I was hanging out with the green room or hanging out with them in the green room and just like having a blast, you know, taking selfies and stuff. And then, and we're sharing backline equipment. So my bass is set up right next to David Crowder's bass player's bass, and we're sharing the same Ampeg SVT stack. And so we stand up, we get on stage for our first song, and I turn around to dial in my tone because, again, we're sharing the same equipment. So I just had to put the settings back. And then with my guitar, I turned around, or with my bass, I turned around, I made my adjustment. Instead of coming back the same way, I turned around the other way, which I can't really demonstrate. So I swung around with my bass. I swung around like this. And when I did that, I hit David Crowder's bass player's bass off of its stand, and it just nosedived really hard onto the ground. So, way to make a good first impression, Dan. Before we even played our first song, I sent David Crowder's bass player's bass sailing across the stage. And that was not an inexpensive bass. So anyway, so that was my most embarrassing moment on stage. I don't think I will ever live that one down. All right, babe, do we have a winner yet?
I picked James Markham.
All right, James Markham. What story did you tell?
He, according to his picture, he ate some bad hamburgers, hot dogs, and tacos, and there's 3 poop emoji.
Okay, so it sounds like you were a victim of food poisoning during a gig. I've actually been there myself, so I feel for you. All right, so you win 3 packs of strings of your choice from playwithauthority.com. I actually forgot to mention that. So Guitar Authority's website is playwithauthority.com. And so those of you who have won, I've given away so far 2 $10 gift codes and 1 2-pack of strings and 1 3-pack of strings. Actually, any strings of your choice. So not just 1 2-pack, but any 2 packs of strings and any 3 packs of strings. You guys message me through Facebook, Instagram, or Patreon, and I will get you guys connected with your prize. So 3 packs of strings. Who was the winner again?
James Markham.
James Markham. 3 packs, any strings that you want from playwithauthority.com, Guitar Authority. All right, so moving on to question number 5. And this is one that Isaac from Guitar Authority is going to pick. So, Isaac, pay attention, because you are going to be picking the winner for this one. And something I haven't mentioned yet about Guitar Authority and about Isaac is that he has a real heart for veterans. And so one of the things you can do at his website, playwithauthority.com, is you can buy something that's called a set for a vet. And so it's an opportunity for you to give to a U.S. war veteran because, you know, they've given the best years of their lives serving our country. And a lot of them deal with trauma, both physical trauma and like PTSD, mental trauma. And so you can buy a set of guitar strings for a vet. And when you buy a set for a vet, Isaac matches 1-to-1. So a set for a vet, you are actually giving 2 sets of strings to a vet. And I think that is awesome. So for question number 5, I want you guys to tell me in a haiku poem. Now, a haiku poem is 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5 syllables. And so I know that when you're typing a comment, you can't hit enter for a new line. So you'll just separate it with periods, commas, dashes, whatever you want, just so we know that there's a section, another section, and another section. 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5 more syllables. You're going to tell me about a U.S. war veteran that you know, or someone that you knew. Like, for example, my grandpa served in World War II. Sorry, guys. So go ahead and tell me, using a haiku poem, about a war veteran that you know. Sorry, I need to drink some water. Oh, cough drop? No, I don't need it. I'm good. My wife was offering me a cough drop. So I'll tell you a little bit about my grandpa. My grandpa served in World War II. He actually served at Pearl Harbor and was actually on the island during the raid. And the only reason why he survived is because he was actually on leave for his birthday. So he was born on the same day as the attack on Pearl Harbor. And so he survived because he was on leave during that attack for his birthday. So kind of a cool story. Anyway, his job was to load bombs on aircraft, and he was just an amazing man. Took me fishing a lot. That's not a haiku poem, but I miss my grandpa. Do we have a winner yet, babe? Oh, no, you're not picking one.
I'm
Isaac's
not
picking
picking.
one. Sorry. Isaac, do we have a winner? Let us know. Until then, why don't you listen to me jam a little bit of jazz on my sweet Guitar Authority strings. All right, Guitar Authority has picked a winner, and it is at CY. I missed it.
Psycho Mo.
Psycho Mo. CYCO Mo. Psycho Mo. Let's see if I can find Psycho Mo's answer. There it is. Severe bandaged pain will not stop a brave salute. Valor does not feign. Wow, that is beautiful.
That was really good.
So good pick, Guitar Authority. Good job, Psycho Mo. Is that how we say that? All right, you just won yourself. What are we on? 4 packs of strings?
I don't remember.
Sorry, this is because I don't have my notes. So yes, 4 packs, any strings of your choice, Psycho Mo. Go to playwithauthority.com and you'll be able to choose which ones, and then contact me, and I'll get you in touch with Isaac from Guitar Authority to get you those sets of strings. Okay, we're on the grand prize now. 5 sets of strings, any strings that you want from playwithauthority.com, Guitar Authority. Here's the final question for the grand prize giveaway. I've mentioned a couple of times already that I live and travel in a motorhome full time. I'm working on remodeling it. If you guys follow my other YouTube channel, Rockin' and Rollin', you would see our adventures. What is the nickname that we have for our motorhome that we are remodeling? That is the question. And I'm hoping that somebody here is also a Rockin' and Rollin' fan and knows what the nickname is. So, while you guys do that, I will tell you a little bit about Rockin' and Rollin'. So Rockin' and Rollin' was started because my wife actually just felt a calling from the Lord to sell everything that we own, live a minimalistic lifestyle, and travel the U.S., homeschool the kids, and just take them out while we still can, while they're young enough that we can do this. And so we just decided to sell everything. I had just started doing YouTube as my full-time income. And so we were like, why not? You know, we're not chained to a standard desk 9-to-5 job anymore. And so we just did it. And it has been an incredible experience. It's been super tough. We've learned a lot. We've experienced a ton, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. And now we're remodeling our motorhome. It's a 15-year-old motorhome, and it looks great on the outside, but on the inside, it kind of looks like grandma's house. So we're making our house our home, so to speak. So, and that's one of the things is like when we finish this remodel, we are going to be uploading a video series on it on our Rockin' and Rollin' channel. So definitely subscribe to that channel if you're interested. We have a winner, it sounds like. Okay. David Cap knows the answer to the question. David Cap, he is a Patreon supporter, I think on both channels, actually. And he's in my Guns and Guitars secret Facebook group because he's a top tier patron. And so he said it was
Thor.
Thor. Yep. We nicknamed it Thor. Now, that doesn't sound very creative because Thor is the brand name as well. But when we bought it, and if you watch the story on my Guns and Guitars channel, before we went to go see it, I felt like the Lord placed it on my heart that we were going to buy this specific motorhome because we could name it Thor, and it would remind us that we don't put our faith and trust in false gods. And so, and boy, that has been the story of this motorhome. Because when you put your faith and trust in a motorhome, then you're, ultimately going to be failed. If you put your faith and trust in anything other than the Lord, ultimately you're going to be let down. So that's the reason why we named it Thor. And it's been a good reminder that we keep our faith and trust there. So that reminds me, David, thank you for showing up in this. And you win 5 packs of strings, any strings you want from playwithauthority.com. I'm so excited that you are a winner because you're one of my favorite people that I get to hang out with on Facebook. So I appreciate and another reason why I don't like to be the one to pick the winners, because that would be a biased choice. So I'm glad that you did it. My wife didn't pick you. You're the first one to get it right. So that's awesome. So, but that reminds me, my Patreon supporters have been so gracious to me, even though I haven't been uploading as much content these days. And it's been a while since I've done a Patreon giveaway. So over the next week or so, I'm going to be giving away a lot of gear to my Patreon supporters. Really good gear. I'm talking like full-blown guitars, pedals, lots of gear that I've reviewed or haven't had the time to review. And I'm going to be, so if you're a Patreon supporter at $5 or more, then you'll be, just be watching for when I post, because I will post what I'm giving away, and then you'll have to comment on that post that you are interested in winning that in order to be in that drawing, and those will be selected at random. So just a way that I can give back to my Patreon community, because you guys have been so good to me during this time that I've been taking off to remodel my motorhome. So I appreciate that. If you are a Patreon supporter and you're supporting me less than $5 a month, now might be a good time to upgrade your support. But anyway, yeah, I don't want it to be like a gamble. I really just want to give back to my Patreon community. So I appreciate you guys. One last thing. So a consolation prize for all of you that are still here. There is a discount code down in the description. $10 off, $30 or more at Guitar Authority. So remember how I was saying they're a little more expensive. So a pack of D'Addario strings is about $6 and Guitar Authority is about $12. Well, when you buy $30, you get $10 off. So that's like a 33% discount. But one more thing, this weekend, if you buy strings from playwithauthority.com, Isaac is going to be doing a 1-for-1 donation for every pack of strings sold. He is going to donate one to a veteran in need of guitar strings. So remember we talked about a set for a vet where you can buy a set and then he'll match that. Well, this is not just that, but any set that you buy for yourself, he will also match. So if you think about it, you're getting, a 30% discount, and he's giving away those strings to veterans as well. Man, I don't know what his markup is, but I just don't see how he's making money on that, you guys. So I think that's super cool. So if you've, for Father's Day or something, if you want to buy yourself some strings, you will not only get to save $10, but you will also be buying strings for a veteran as well. And I think that is amazing. I think that's a really good use of your money. So definitely go check out playwithauthority.com. Isaac, thank you so much for doing this for my viewers. I really appreciate you reaching out. And those of you who didn't win, stay tuned. We're going to be doing more live stream giveaways here in the future. And yeah, until next time, I'm Dan. This is Guns and Guitars, and I will see you in that next video.